You're listening to The Manning Report with your host, James David Manning. The news behind the headlines.
Here's what happens to people who hate to hear bad news. They act like they didn't hear it. But I'm your friend, and I want you to hear this Jimmy Carter one more time, and I want you to watch how stoic he is. I want you to watch how pensive he is. I want you to look on Jimmy Carter's face as a president who was in charge of the CIA, in charge of the FBI, in charge of the Justice Department, in charge of a large number of things, who failed at the Iran crisis, who understands the pain of a failure of a president, who understands the crisis at the fall of the Shah of Iran. I want you to look into his face and listen to his voice, a man who has the intelligence to know, and he would not go out on a limb like this were it not true. But don't reject Jimmy Carter just because he's a failed Democrat president. Don't reject him. Listen to this man once again.
Russia has been proven by our intelligence community to have interfered with one of our human rights, which is the right of free and fair elections. Yeah. What's your reaction? How should we deal with Russia?
Well, the president himself should condemn it, admit that it happened, which I think 16 of the intelligence agencies have already agreed to say. And there's no doubt that the Russians did interfere in the election. And I think the interference, although not yet quantified, if fully investigated, would show that Trump didn't actually win the election in 2016. He lost the election, and he was put into office because the Russians interfered on his behalf.
So do you believe President Trump is an illegitimate president?
Based on what I just said, which I can't retract, I would say yes.
Not only will it be proven that he is illegal, but what happens then is that, and it's not Trump that everybody's concerned about, people of power sitting in the Security Council meetings and meeting in these cabals on the global authority of America, including the Europeans. They're not concerned about Trump being exposed. What they're concerned about is that will the American voter lose confidence in the American voting system? And that's the thing that is more chilling than the deposing and taking down of Trump. Because once it's fully demonstrated unequivocally, and that's the thing that Robert Mueller had to wrestle with, and also the reason why Robert Mueller is being very cautious about his statements. Listen to me very carefully. If the American people believe, and it becomes demonstrated as a fact, and that it is a fact to be demonstrated, but it's been covered up, but it is a fact that cannot be hidden any longer, that Russia was able to influence our election and to take away the authority of our individual one man, one vote, that they tampered with that sacred part of the American Constitution and a part of our nobility, that they tampered with it and were succeeded. They dirtied up, they put filth and dirt on our voting and electoral system. Can it and will it ever be trusted again? And that's the reason why they protected Obama. But Obama was not belligerent. He wasn't, he wasn't a bully. He wasn't a moron. He wasn't a mafioso mob type. He wasn't a degenerate like Trump. And so they were able to tolerate Obama. And as I stated before, even Trump had nothing to do with this, in as much as that the succeeding president cannot succeed a president that was illegal. Obama should have been identified and expunged, and his presidency expunged, removed from the historical records, and Hillary Clinton put in place. They didn't do that. So going forward, Trump's presidency after Obama is equally illegitimate for that reason, not to mention the reason that Russia put him in office. But the world tolerated Obama because he wasn't a belligerent, mafioso talking, ignorant, no spelling dummy, an orange-haired bull. Trump is just a degenerate. He is a despicable individual. And that's why the American people can't stomach him. But Get your house in order. And will the American voting system ever be trusted again? The answer is no. Will a politician ever be trusted again? The answer is no. Well, what does that mean for the American political system? It means doom. It means tribulation.